So, good evening, everyone. We can begin. Welcome, Akash. First of all, this is Elevate Pulse Season 2 and Session 2 session as well. Majorly, the topic is 100 crore journey in the startup. I'll tell a brief about Elevate. Elevate is a program accelerator by D2C Insider only. Right here, we are helping the startups in their growth and journey by advising, by mentorship, and also facilitating funding up to 1 crore. So for the early stage startup, they can invest, they can participate, right? For everyone, a brief intro, I would say, for Akash. Akash is a seasoned brand builder and entrepreneur. Have built BellaVita, we all know, right? And he has a sharp eye for the consumer trends and the digital first strategies. He scaled BellaVita into one of the country's top selling natural personal care category beyond numbers. His deep understanding of the brand positioning, customer acquisition, team building, that sets him apart. And we are excited to learn from his journey now. Over to Yakash, a brief, I would say, key points, brief note, if we can begin with, and then we can ask them more questions.
Sagar, how much time do we have for this conversation?
40, 45, 50 minutes at max we have. So,
So,
by,
I'll make it very easy because ज्ञान सब लोग देते हैं यार, and I'll keep
yeah,
my conversation both in the English.
yeah,
Listen, everyone who is watching this conversation between you and me or this session by me, you guys have seen enough podcasts, you guys have seen enough content, you guys have done enough of your research to understand how a brand is built, how communication is done, and how to scale a brand, right? So I'm just going to quickly take 2-3 minutes or maximum 4-5 minutes to give you a quick mathematical breakdown, which will really open your mind to taking a brand from 0 to 100 crore ARR. And once I've done that, let's open this to questions because I don't think there's any other way to solve people's problems by answering their questions. And because everyone, I believe, on the viewers panel here would be in similar situations or very similar kind of trajectories, so they can all learn from each other's questions as well, right?
absolutely.
So guys, how do you break or how do you reach 100 crore mark? Okay, annual, so that is close to about 8 crores per month or 8 or 8.2 crores per month. And Sagar, you can pull out a calculator. I'll help you, or I'll need your help with this.
Sure.
So firstly, which is very important, is you have to achieve a product market fit. Secondly, product market fit is achieved by seeing about 100 sales a day. Okay. Secondly, you have to ensure your brand or your business has a storytelling component there. So that means you have to position yourself in the place of a consumer and think कि कोई मेरा प्रोडक्ट क्यों खरीदेगा, मैं अपने कंज्यूमर को ऐसा क्या बोल रहा हूं जिससे वो मेरा प्रोडक्ट खरीदेगा, right? Just by showing a creative, a consumer will not buy a product. Okay. And once you've achieved both of these, the storytelling and an A plus product by reaching a PMF, you have to then do some basic math. Okay. Now, let's say we want to reach 100 crore, right? So, Sagar and everyone, open your calculator,
Yeah.
divide 100 crores by 12. So there's someone saying stick to English, guys. Okay, so do you want me to do this in English? Awesome. No worries. So divide 100 crores by 12. That is 8.33 crores per month. Okay. Now let's say that these 8.33 crores on a monthly number divided by 30. That is daily number of sales. You can paste the number here.
27.77 lakhs.
27 lakh.
Yeah.
Okay. 27 lakh divided by your AOV, which is average order value. And let's assume that a great AOV for India in D2C is close to 500 rupees.
That's 5,554.
So you need 5,554 orders per day to reach 100 crore revenue. Okay. Now, these orders in a D2C brand would be split across your D2C website, your marketplaces, maybe offline, etc. Right? So let us understand a basic CAC. If you've got your story right, if you've got your listings right, if you've got your reviews right, then your overall CAC should not exceed 200 rupees blended. Okay. So now, Sagar, do the number of orders into
Yeah,
rupees 200.
into rupees 200.
200. That's your CAC.
Right. That's 11 lakhs and
So,
10.
guys, that is your daily marketing spend. So, you will be marketing close to 11 lakhs per day to reach to a 100 crore annual number. Now, this was just a basic calculation. You should start with a target of reaching 1 crore per month and then do the same reverse calculation. And that is how you keep scaling. So, it's all mathematics. Only after achieving your product market fit and achieving your story for your brand, it is all mathematics. Right? Just backward integrate your target. Divide the revenue you want by number of days, that gives you the number of sales, and then multiply it with an average of 200 rupees CAC to know how much should you be spending in times to come to achieve that number. That is the way to think about it.
Right.
I would like to open this floor to questions, and I think the best way to do this is by answering your questions, guys.
Yeah, that's great. So we have rolled out a form initially while registering only. So we have gathered couple of questions, right, apart from this Q&A also. And I'll take that in first place, and then we can open for the Q&A that is coming up. So I'll recite the name also, right, so everyone can have that.
And are we speaking to the person asking the question, or is it just a monologue?
Just a monologue would be good. That would be much
Sure.
iterations. So Neha is asking, what is a one parameter that an entrepreneur needs to keep check on to attain a revenue figure or a projected figure?
The CAC and the repeats. Two things. You have to keep making sure that your acquisition cost is always under a certain control. And second, you have to keep ensuring that repeats are coming through. If your product has a repeat of, let's say, 45 days or 60 days or 15 days or 10 days, you have to keep a very, very important check on the repeats coming through. Kitna becha is not the, sorry, in English, how much you've sold is not the problem you have to solve. How much you've sold again is what you need to keep a track on.
Got it. Got it. Great. Thanks. Rahul is asking how to scale a brand with a limited budget. As we have said that 11 lakhs need to spend, but yeah, to have a revenue of 1 crore, like MRR, that would be a good spend, right? So how we can scale that in an
So
organic?
limited budget means limited sales. So you have to work as per the money that you have. So whatever budget you have to ration it and you have to spend in the right channels which give you the most optimum output.
Great. Siddharth is asking that what's the role of the digital marketing for a platform-based service startup, and in the initial stages for the beta testing or building an MVP kind of
Here
stage.
for a platform services startup, you usually have to go from pin code to pin code or from city to city. You can never have a services platform nationwide rollout unless you've raised hundreds of crores of capital. So to do that, you have to keep your digital, and it's very important. So you have to keep your digital very, very focused to only a certain pin code wide performance campaign. In fact, if you're doing a services based startup, I would recommend don't do digital right now. You should go door to door in terms of doing branding with companies like that my neighborhood, something like that, which do in lift in society branding. Start with those. Go very slow.
Right. Right. Again, Devyank is asking, is a co-founder necessary while building the startup, or a single founder can work?
A single founder can work. I'm an example of being a single founder. A co-founder can work. Even four founders can work. I started BellaVita alone, but today my new venture has three more co-founders with me. So it totally depends how much of it can you handle.
Right. Right. Great. Anurag is asking, how did you started early, like by bootstrapping and building conviction on this category only, right? That the numbers will take the product to the masses, and without the external funding in the like early days, how the journey was there from zero to
Yeah, I
one.
started with very unique products. I did not do the same products as the market. I did not do a shampoo. I did not do a face wash. I did very unique products. And especially when I launched perfumes, I saw a very early product market fit. I was seeing that people were buying my perfume for 500 rupees with a CAC of 120, 125, 150 to the max. And once I started experiencing 50, 70 sales a day, I knew I'd found my PMF. And then because I was making money on every sale, I boosted my sales from there.
Got it. Got it. Then Sonila is asking the tips on the team building and the early investment for if they are raising the round in the early stages of a startup. So what should they have in mind?
No, tips for team building is you should find people like yourself, people who can fit with your culture, people who can fit with your management style, people who can fit with the way you work and your vision. That's one. And for fundraising, don't go running after funds. It's a very old saying, create honey and the bees will come and the flies will come. That's what you have to do. You have to create a super solid foundation or a super solid product story, um, or initial results, which gets investors to come running to you themselves.
Got it. Got it. And Chirag is asking how to find the right vendors who can genuinely help you to build the right kind of products.
If you can't find the right vendors, you shouldn't be doing a business. So there's no answer to this. You have
Okay.
to find the right vendors by visiting the vendors. So there's no way how to find the right vendors. You have to meet people. You have to meet vendors.
Again, second question is also in the same line, that how to find the right kind of investors who won't just provide the capital but also will make a path or navigate challenges for you, remove the bottlenecks and so.
No, so basically there are two types of investors. Investors who give purely capital, and then investors who give capital and mentorship, and then investors who give only mentorship. People like me, Arjun Vaidya, when we do stuff in their personal capacity, we are the people who give very low capital, low valuation, but more of mentorship and guidance. Then there are VCs who only give capital but hardly any guidance. Then there are mid-level family offices who give a bit of both. So you have to select the kind of because what I see with founders is they want the best of everything. Equity भी liquidate नहीं करनी, valuation also they want a lot, but guidance also they want a lot. So you can't have the best of all.
Absolutely. Right, right. Swati is asking, has Meta changed their terms or the campaign things for health and wellness niche? So what would be the way forward? Because
Meta
camp.
has changed everything for every category, and with every year, it's going to get more expensive. So the way forward for every brand is to invest in storytelling and invest in why me. You have to invest in a campaign where other people talk more about your product than you do.
Right.
That's very important.
Got it. Got it. Next is Paromita. She's asking, is India ready for a D2C wave right now for the startups?
India is already on a massive D2C wave. So
And the second is, why does the subscription marketing is not working in India?
because Indians don't trust, Indians don't create prepaid regular payment options. And Indians currently don't have that trend because they believe jab zarurat hogi, we'll order. We'll order when we'll need it. We don't want to commit.
And is the digital only way forward to for the startup brands, or the offline can be a good way?
Offline can be good. It depends on what business you're doing. For example, I said if you're doing a service-based platform, then offline is actually the best way to go forward. So I'm not a fan of saying only use digital. If you listen to my podcast, I've always said that wherever you can get sales, sell there.
Right. Right. And if there is a cluttered market, right, should we start a brand there or not?
As long as you can create a unique story, there's always an opportunity. So if
Right.
there's a clutter market, that means the time is very high. If the time is very high, you need to understand what story can you create for consumers to quickly trust you, love you, and buy your brand.
Got it. Got it. I hope Parmita you have the all the answers now. Next is Joey. She's asking, when we are launching the new products, how we can spot out the white spaces in such a crowded market such as beauty. Is there any signals that you look for, and the consumer feedback? How we can leverage that?
You have to basically ask consumers in your area that what products are they using or where would they find a gap. You have to ask them that if I launch this product at this price point, would you buy it? Consumer gap are only, so product gaps are only filled by consumer surveys, and consumer surveys should be done by the founder themselves.
Right.
And the best thing to do is read the negative reviews of the top selling products. Once you start reading negative reviews of top selling products, you'll be able to understand what a consumer is lacking.
True, true. Thanks. Subodh is asking, should he prioritize scaling by investing heavily and operating at lower profits initially to acquire a larger customer base to achieve the goal of profitability, or the other way around?
No, if you're spending huge monies, but you're still making little bit of profit, then great. But achieving scale while creating losses is not the best strategy to go.
Right. Okay. Okay. And Rudrika is asking how to become a good marketer.
You have
So,
to read, you have to watch videos, you have to practice. It is a skill that you have to learn.
right. Got it. And there is a question by Veena. She's asking what advice you would give to someone who is starting a beverage brand.
That don't get fooled or don't get in the trap of distributors and super stockists कि price गिराओ ये करो वो करो. Believe in your product and go slow pin code by pin code, because a beverage brand is either quick commerce or it's either offline. And if you're starting with quick commerce, make sure you sell a pack of 6 or a pack of 12, because only volumes will give you margins. Single product will never give you margins.
Right. Got it. Got it. Again, Vasant is asking that how we can choose a channel market fit for a digital brand.
No, I mean that you have to choose by thinking what are you selling. If you're selling a food item, it's quick commerce. If you're selling apparel, it's Myntra. If you're selling electronics, it's something else. If you're selling, um, yeah, it depends on the platform. You have to match your product with the right platform. That if you're selling makeup, it's Nika.
Right.
So you have to select the right platform for the products.
Right. Got it. Again, Khushbu is asking about BellaVita. How did BellaVita launched? Right. What was the pain point problem that you saw? And was it such a big range at that time when you initially launched? Yeah, and what was the
So I
marketing?
launched, I launched BellaVita with about 8 SKUs, 4 for men, 4 for women. And I saw a problem statement that perfumes were either available at 250, 300 rupees or straight away at 1,000, 1,500 rupees. There was a big gap in the price point in the middle. And at 500 rupees, I was able to deliver great quality perfumes, which costed me about 200, 250 rupees to make at a 500 rupee price point. So that was a massive gap we saw.
Right. Okay. Okay. And what was the marketing strategy when you began with it?
Marketing strategy was creating a story, doing box pop videos, going in the street, talking to customers and getting that recorded on camera and showing it to the world.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
And I listed both on D2C and on marketplaces. And D2C ads uh, and D2C ads basically give me sales on marketplaces also.
Right. Right. Okay. Again, Vivian is asking, how do you see the role of creators evolving in cracking growth for the brands now?
Creators don't crack growth for your brands. Creators create content for you, which you then use for your performance marketing. That's the way to use creators. Tell them to make content for you, which you use for your performance marketing videos.
Got it. So it's just an integrator, not a booster.
Correct. If you expect sales from performance marketing, it's a terrible expectation to have.
True. The founder have to do everything on himself, not rely on the
Correct.
influence.
Correct.
Great. Again, Pervez is asking how to scale a D2C brand when you are listed on marketplaces. QuickCom has a good trust and build among the customers, and you are marketing aggressively. But then also there is a decrease or increase in sales. So what can be the
Don't create a D2C brand. If you're selling on marketplaces, keep selling on marketplaces. You don't have to push a consumer to buy from your website. As long as sales are coming, you should be happy. So even if you're running ads, but not seeing a great ROAS on D2C, but you see an uplift on marketplaces, then keep doing what you're doing. So there's nothing written in the Bible that you have to do sales on D2C, you have to sell where the product sells.
So in that manner, brand would be the brand, like the brand would not be there, right? It just would be the revenues.
No, selling is selling. If you're selling on marketplaces, your product is reaching people, your brand is building. What is a brand? A brand is a product that gets bought by a consumer again and again and again. That's what you call brand.
Got it. Got it. Meet is asking how to approach the third party manufacturing processes or vendors, and how to deal with them with a low MOQ. That's a very pointing problem, I would say.
You have to look at new brands, look at the back of their label, see who's manufacturing for them, and then reach out to those people. Otherwise, India Mart Zindabad.
Wait. Suresh is asking what are the focus areas for a D2C fashion apparel brand, especially in innerwear or nightwear, in their early stages, first, second year, or something.
I don't understand the question. It's a very broad question when you say focus areas.
Focus area, basic, I would say, linings or metrics that we have to tap in the nightwear or the innerwear category.
I mean, there's nothing different in the nightwear and innerwear category. You just have to tap one thing, that you have less returns so that the sizing isn't an issue, and you have less CODs. And third is you have more repeats.
Right. Got it. Kanika is asking how they can solve the packaging problem with the agency they have partnered with.
That's a very broad question. I mean, uh, what do you mean? How you can get Kanika to speak right now, but how do you solve packaging problem within agency? You have to work with the agency and solve it. I mean, that's a very broad question. The question doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Sagar.
Kanika, if you can tap on an explanation for the
Yeah,
question.
like Kanika, we can hear your problem and try to answer that, but it's a very generic question.
Yeah. Again, this is kind of an interesting one. Yash is asking how to find a mentor in business, like I found a trainer in gym.
You go to LinkedIn, you see the kind of person you want to become. I started a platform called Unicorn, but I had to shut it down, but now वहाँ पे मिल जाता. You go look at the person that you want to become like, or the leader you feel would be great. But the best way to find a mentor in business is, okay, let's say you want to start a D2C brand today, okay? And you want to reach out to a mentor and you select me, Akash Anand, okay? It's a wrong strategy, because I will not give you the time, or the gap between a newbie and me is very, very high. You should make a mentor who is an entrepreneur just 1 year or 1.5 or 2 years old. So always select a mentor who's just 1 or 2 steps ahead of you. Because if you try and select a mentor who's 10 steps ahead of you, you guys will not have a synergy. You will not get the time from him. But if you get a mentor who's just 1.5, 2 steps ahead of you, there would be mutual synergies that you both can crack with each other. Similarly, saying if you're in class 10th, you will not take guidance from a college third year student. You should take guidance from a guy in class 11th or class 12th. Same for entrepreneurship.
Got it. Got it. So that's it from the questions that I've noted. I will pick the questions from Q&A. Ashish is asking, what do you believe in the most underestimated bottleneck in scaling a D2C brand from 10 to 100 crore? One that is not solved by money, great marketing, or even a good product.
Packaging. A lot of people don't focus on packaging. They can focus on their marketing, they focus on their product, but sometimes the packaging is not practical, durable. I'll give you an example. So many people I've seen would have a product that will actually be under 500 grams, but they will make the outer packaging so big just to make it look nice to the consumer that their logistics will come under 1 kg. That increases the cost. So you have to focus. If you've solved for marketing, you solve for everything, packaging is what you need to solve for.
Got it. Got it. Then Abhishek is asking what will be the step-by-step process in the beginning of building a brand to enroll in the D2C, uh, to own the manufacturing facilities, or initially white labeling, or
White label.
doing.
Why should you spend money on manufacturing? You should white label, and once you have a PMF, then you scale. But once you scale, you will feel That white labeling, while keeping the facility under your control, is any day better and more cost efficient than starting your own manufacturing unit. You can either create a brand or you can become a manufacturer. It's very rare that brands and manufacturing go hand in hand.
Right. Okay. Okay. Samrit is asking what is the ideal revenue required for seed funding for a premium D2C brands?
There's no ideal revenue. If your
Ah,
product has a PMF, or if you can find an investor who can also back you on the idea stage, if your product is unique, so ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
right. And Veshika is asking, how do you break through to a revenue plateau if you have achieved for the products?
You have to see that if you're hitting the same revenue month on month, what different can you do? You have to try different strategies of marketing or distribution to break through that plateau.
Right, right. A guy anonymously asked how are D2C brands using AI to grow better than their competitors?
He should, because he's anonymous, he should go to ChatGPT and ask the same question. He'll get the
Great.
answer.
Okay. Shobasti have asked what are the major operational or the team challenges did we face when scaling the brand from 10 crore to 100 crore journey at the time of growth?
The challenges are the same from going to a 0 to 1 crore, 1 to 5 crore, 5 to 10 crore, 10 to 100 crore. You just have to make sure you keep people loyal to you so that the people who build systems with you don't leave you along the journey.
Right.
So make sure you retain your teams. Team retention is one of the most important things you need to learn to build a highly scalable business. People who've been working with me have been working with me for the last 5, 7 years.
Great. Got it. Again, the guy have asked, what's a good PMF number for a product priced around 3000K? How we can identify that we have achieved a MVP or a PMF in that segment or product?
So for a non-repeat product, by the way, our non-repeat product price around 3K. Example, fans one time. I think if you're making money on every transaction, you've achieved PMF. If your product is non-repeat and you're making a loss, then you'll never sustain. So your PMF comes from the first day itself if you are making money on every transaction.
Got it. Then Sumit have asked for a B2B company how to build trust and grow network or reach out to the decision makers. Yeah, and he's the solo founder. He
Sorry,
stated.
for a B2B
B2B
company.
company, how to build the trust and network.
Yeah, trust and network is built over time. It can't be built over one day. Offer free services. Offer a freemium model. If you're B2B, offer something for free and say, once I give you results, then I'll start charging. Freemium, you should all Google freemium. 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 Freemium is the way to go if you're building any B2B business.
Got it. Got it. Chetan have asked, what's the best way? How do we grow organically, sticking to almost same increase in ad spends?
The right story, the right product story, the right brand story. And once that story is um, repeated by other consumers and they start talking about your story, that's the best way to grow organically. You have to create a fantastic story.
Got it. Then Mukesh is asking any tips to reduce the RTO on COD orders? Is
Call
ex-
them, call customers and use Go Quick.
right. Got it. Again, what's a healthy marketing spend range as percentage for a net revenue, and how does it vary from 1 to 10 and 10 to 100 CR?
20, 20 to 30% of your net revenue should go into marketing.
Sthita is asking, what's your take on products not being ready right now fully? Example, perfume bottle design or packaging. Consumer products, do they get second or third chance of going fully on product or brand experience basis? That's
I
what
don't
I.
understand the question, but if you have sent a half ready product to a consumer, they will never come back, no matter how good you become. You only get one shot with the consumer.
Shyam is asking, what are the top best revenue sources for a jewelry brand?
Online, D2C, and yeah. pop-ups.
Got it. Parvez have asked, D2C is getting very expensive nowadays. Can we build a brand only on marketplaces?
Yes, of course. Marketplaces are even more expensive.
Right.
So you can build a brand anywhere or you can build a business anywhere if your product has a unique story and is actually solving a major problem.
Right. Okay. Again, one more Sagar have asked regarding with respect to BellaVita only, that if you were building a brand that is Sagar perfume, what would be the three top actions that you will take today to reach 100 crore by next year?
Let me Google Sagar perfume. Let me see his website. I would in, I would grow the packaging. I will change the name from Sagar perfume to something else because okay, let's look at it this way. Sagar perfume ka AOV is around 14. So 100 ml Sagar perfume is 1500 rupees or 1000 rupees. Okay. Just a second. I'm trying to find where are we? I'm trying to find our screen. One sec. Yeah, there we are. So we have 132 participants. Will you guys ever buy a perfume for the first time whose name is Sagar perfume?
It's that difficult to trust, I would say.
The answer is no. No, no. Sagar,
Yes.
so 133 people are there, and you can see the answer is no, 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 no. Even if
Yeah.
someone launches Shah Rukh perfume today, even if Shah Rukh Khan launches perfume, even then people might not buy. Look at Axe, Ranbir Kapoor. It's failed. It's failing terribly, unfortunately. So no one is going to buy Sagar perfume. No one will buy Aakash perfume. You have to create a brand story. Now you might challenge and say Mustafa Bhai opened a perfume store in India and it went viral, or Mustafa has been making perfumes for the last 30 years and today he's become a brand.
Right.
So that's why you should first change your name, then change your packaging and create a story. And plus your product market fit. There are brands like Bella. Titan Skin sells for 1500 rupees. Then why should I buy Saga perfumes? I'll buy Titan Skin.
Right.
So I don't think you have a product market fit.
Got it. I hope Sagar, you have got the answer. Okay. Then there is Prashant is asking that he is running a luxury D2C brand in USA and right now thinking of the selling part, how the valuation will work, and he is profitable from day one and scale the brand to USD $1 million a month.
Yeah, so the usual brands in the US operate at a 2x kind of a multiple on their top line. So you can expect a 1.5 to a 2x multiple on the top line.
Right. Then
Indian
Palla,
brands operate at a 3 to 4 times multiple.
yeah, got it. Pallav has asked, what's the most effective way to lead and grow a niche market like pet care?
Storytelling. That's the only effective way. You have to create the right story for your product. Emotion. Pets come with emotion. So you have to create a story with an emotion that makes your product the product of choice.
Right, right. One anonymous again. He's asking, some business get valued at 5x plus revenue and some at 2x revenue only. How do someone knows that VC is offering a term sheet as at a reasonable valuation or a higher or a lower?
You have to understand the market. You can Google this. Different kind of segments have different. Whatever is hot as a category will have a higher multiple. Apparel always have a lower multiple. So you have to assess the market. You can Google it, and there are so many investment bankers or VCs who themselves will tell you. And more than a VC valuing your business, you should value your business and be comfortable with the fact if you are okay with that multiple or not.
Right, got it. Uh, Pallav is asking, when you invest in a brand, what's the one thing that you look for?
The founder and the uniqueness of the product. Is the product actually solving a problem or not?
Right. Mm, Sahil is asking, protein chips and the protein biscuits under 30 rupee price point, will it work to sell in the markets?
It can. There are protein bars which are more expensive. There's a biscuit company I saw, Takat, who launched at 10 rupees. So if you can establish a PMF, why not? It should work.
Right, right. Then Anil is asking, we have a offline first as a crockery and a kitchenware brand and not online right now. So which channel they will prioritize and which not as a founder. So they won't divert.
Sorry, they have an offline
Uh,
brand.
yeah, kitchenware and crockery.
Yeah, and they
They
want
want
to.
to explore the channels and that can scale and grow the business. And
So if
they should.
it's kitchenware and crockery, you should sell it on products on websites which sell home decor. Amazon is also good, but try to list yourself on quick commerce with basics. So that जो basic need है, that can be quickly ordered by consumers. And to give an example, if you go to quick commerce and you type for gym shorts, you will only get two companies or three companies. Decathlon is there, Bold Fit is there. So people would be ordering crockery also, glass sets also. So if you just list your basics on quick commerce and you list your entire portfolio on Amazon and home centers of the world, similar websites, you have a better chance of performing.
Right. Uh, One has asked that we have mentioned an answer for beverages that we should sell a pack of 6 or 12, but India does have a culture of buying the beverages and especially packs for a new product for
Of
6 or
course,
12.
of course, if it's making sense financially to a consumer, economically to a consumer, then they will buy. Everyone. So the good thing about India is people love to try new products. They love to try something new. And if you can create that newness, that buzz, they would buy it.
Right, right. Okay. Hemlata is asking if they are making a sale of 3 lakh per month on e-commerce platforms without putting ads, should they start investing into their D2C website or now?
Yeah, sure, why not? D2C website should be scaled from day one. And if you can spend a little bit of money on ads without making huge losses, why not?
Right, right. Got it. Okay. Then there is he's asking, how should one look at quick commerce strategies compared to e-commerce strategies?
They're almost the same. दोनों जगह ads, you have to run ads in both the places. And again, if you create the right story for your product, the sales will come through in all channels.
Right, got it. Next is, what kind of products and what stage of the company should focus on offline than online?
Offline should only be focused on when you start getting calls from the distributors or shopkeepers or super stockists to ask for your product. If you think that you can place your product offline in a shop and give the shopkeeper a lot of margin in the expectation that he will sell your product or push your product, that's wrong. That will never happen. A shopkeeper never has the time to push your product, no matter how much extra money he makes on your product. So that's why you have to create a want for your product. Once the want is there, then you can scale your product offline.
Otis is asking, what are the key essentials for a first time founders? Things to be careful about and what to do, what not to do. That's a very broad question, I would say. But
Make sure your product is amazing. You don't compromise on your product quality, on your product packaging. And second, make sure you polish your skills of marketing. Everything else can be outsourced. Your tech can be outsourced, your listings can be outsourced. Just try to make sure you crack the story very, very well.
right. Jessica is asking how long did it take you to from the idea to the first sale, and what stages looked the longest or were the more unexpected?
Listing on Amazon took me a lot of time that time because Amazon was also, very cautious of who they onboard. And obviously, creating a product took some time. Creating the packaging took some time because every packaging I tried, I would first test it for 2, 3 days, throw it around, put it in the box, ship it to a friend, see how it reaches. So I wanted to make sure my packaging is fantastic.
Got it. And Veshika is asking what's the most effective tactics you used initially to increase the repeat rates?
Giving discount coupons, calling customers, giving offers. That is the best tactic. Customers love offers, customer love discounts.
Got it.
Guys, I'm seeing a lot of technical and detailed questions.
Yeah,
Obviously, everything can't be answered here, but you can go to my website, akashanand.in. You can block my time over there if you want.
I think that would be the best
Yeah,
scenario.
I'll post it here. God.
Okay. Then there is what should be the key metric to measure for one time purchase products under 2K price other than
Sorry,
sales
what would be the K metric?
to measure to for one time purchase products under 2K.
Profitability. If it's a one-time buy product, then you have to make profit on every sale.
Got it. And there is Sandeepman who is asking that they have developed a healthy
I'm
vegan
sorry,
food
sorry.
taste.
If you're selling online, you have to keep assessing your click-through rate. If you're on D2C, your click-through rate from your ad to your website and also the checkout proportion from your website to the checkout page.
Got it. Got it. I missed that. Okay. So the question was they are building a healthy brand in the vegan space, noodles. So he's asking how he can compete with the non-healthy brands.
By creating a story that he's a healthy brand. Simple. Why will someone buy your noodles? Just create that content in the form of an ad.
And he's asking, can healthy noodles can crack the market?
Why not? आटा मैगी क्या है? आटा मैगी हेल्दी नहीं है पर दिखाती अपने आप को हेल्दी है ना.
Right, right,
So people want healthy products. You can go to Food Farmer. You can ask him to endorse your brand.
right. Akshita is asking that how do you know that which fire will let burn when scaling fast the products? Which
I
channel to use? What metric to like adopt when you have to scale fast?
No,
That, that
you have to keep checking your performance. Whichever channel is giving you better matrix, better sales, better results, lesser ad spend, that's the channel to scale.
right. Pratyash is asking for the team retention. What are the top 3 points to take care because money motivation has its own downsides beyond a certain point now.
Money doesn't motivate people anymore. You only have to focus on one thing or two, three things if you want. One is make them feel special. You have to make sure you make every team member feel special, just exactly how you would like to be felt. You would like, your boss to make you feel. Second, more than money, align them to a particular goal and make them realize the kind of emotion, the kind of feeling, the kind of pride they will have when that goal gets hit. So more than money, align them with a massive goal, massive outcome.
Got it. Uh, One is as a first time solo founder, what are the 3 things they should watch out for while building a brand?
Not spending a lot of money in marketing, in loss making marketing, in massive loss making marketing. Not having a lot of FOMO, that, oh, this brand has achieved this much, let me quickly also achieve that much. And third, which I keep saying again and again, make sure you don't rush in your product packaging. Make sure your product packaging is fantastic.
Right. Got it. Got it. And Vaibhav is asking, in the field of beauty and cosmetics, the way serums were huge in the last 2 years, which category, like in your point of view, will explode in the coming years?
No idea. No idea. Had I known, I would launch a brand.
Great.
No idea.
Let me know also. I'll also do that. Great. Okay. There is that. If you go back to the time and while you were building the BellaVita again, what would be the top three things you would do differently in a manner that will scale the brand in less time?
Yeah, I think God has been very kind. So you can view my podcast, guys. And I think major decisions that I took came through in a positive spirit. But I don't think there's nothing I would have done differently, because you can ask me what I did right, and I can answer that. I made a lot of mistakes. But had I not made those mistakes, I would not have corrected them to create new ones. So there's no answer to that question. Someday you can book a session with me and you can ask me about the things which worked for me. But what would I do differently? Maybe I would not have gone offline too early. I did an experiment, I went offline too early. That was a mistake. Second, I think that was one of the only mistakes, that I went offline too early in my journey, and then I stopped, and then I went offline later once I got the demand. Apart from that, I think everything was great.
Got it. Got it.
Someone asked me view on kids toy brand. Rohit is asking. Rohit, I think a toy brand for kids is a fantastic opportunity, and it's, look at Skillmatics. It's a great industry to be in right now.
And it's growing as well year on year
Yeah,
in India.
yeah, yeah.
Right, right. And Paras have asked how to capitalize the first mover advantage in the beverage sector and the Indian market.
Capitalize by scaling. If you've got first movers advantage, and if you've got capital and product market fit, scale as much as you can, as fast as you can.
Right, got it. I think we have taken many questions now, right? So that's one want to ask you if you can give three, four pointers or some liners, right? How to scale, what points do we need to check upon as a founder or as an entrepreneur or who have something in mind that will like entirely help all attendees.
So, guys, all I would say is, as a founder, make sure you take things very, very patiently. It takes time to build businesses. The only metric you should be chasing is product market fit, that are consumers buying your product and then buying them again. Speak to as much consumers as you can. Pick up the phone, call them, ask them why did they buy your product, what did they like about your product, what did they not like about your product. Ask them everything. And fourth, keep learning as much as you can by looking at trends. There are so many reels, there are brands in the US. Keep innovating by copying. You can actually copy a lot of great strategies from different brands in different segments, and imply that learning and innovate that in your own category.
Right. Right. One thing I want to ask how a lead based system or subscription lead based system can be developed in India.
Your pre-booking is one, where you have a set of consumers already buying your product, then you launch a new product. I think Abhishek Soni is saying my question is pending. You can take his question.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lead generation can be done by launching pre-book before a product. And subscription, I don't think we are ready for subscription right now. Subscription only works when you offer a massive discount. Like, for example, if I give a subscription on BellaVita and I say pay 250 rupees every month, or pay 300 rupees every month and 3600 rupees upfront, and get one perfume every month, then it can work, because that's more than a 40% discounting.
Right.
Then it can work. But Abhi, India is not ready to trust brands and get subscription.
Right. Right. And just early years, prepaid payments are moving good. CODs. Got it. I'm unable to find the question for Abhishek.
Abhishek Soni, you can paste the question here, buddy, in the
And
webinar chat.
yeah,
We can't find your question.
Okay, I don't see that.
Yeah, you're asking Antara, what are the five um, revenue channels for a jewelry brand? There's Mintra, there's Nika Fashion, there's Amazon, there's your website, there's pop-up stores. Everywhere where jewelry sells is that.
Right. So Abhishek have popped up the question. He's asking, can we choose the company that is doing white labeling and also selling products under their own brand name?
Yes, you can, yeah, because there are a lot of white labeling companies who are also selling products under their brand name. No one can copy you, they can copy you, but what you have is execution. So product ideas are never protected. Don't worry. Execution is what you need to focus on.
Right.
Hemlata, you're asking me, can you throw some light on creating a brand story? Speak to ChatGPT. They will help you with this. You just tell ChatGPT that this is what I'm creating, this is why I'm creating it, help me with a brand story. You can get an answer.
Right. Got it. I hope we are good to go with the questions now, right?
Yeah.
Most of them have answered. For the rest of it, guys, I'll take a note and I'll try to ask Akash or give answer by us only, right? So stay engaged for the next session. Akash, last points from your side, and if some bonus you can share us with the podcast sessions, so that would be a good gift for all the attendees.
Yeah, so like Antara is asking where we reduce CAC. Guys, the only way to reduce CAC is by making people believe in your story, by making people believe in why to buy your product. If you solve for that, you will have repeat sales and your CAC will be very, very low.
Right. Right.
And Dr. Asha, thank you. You're asking how to move dead stock in skincare. The best ways to do it, honestly, you can start a live video and say, guys, I have made these products, but I was not being able to scale. I am putting a buy one, get one free or something like that. Offer a massive discount, offer a bundle, offer a buy one, get one. And that's how you clear your dead stock.
Got it. Got it. I think we are good now.
Yeah, guys. I
Yes.
wish everyone all the best. Thank you so much, Sagar.
Thank you.
And be
Thank you.
patient, guys. Build patiently.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining and listening. And I hope all or mostly question I've asked. Again, this session was from Elevate Pulse. That's an acceleration program that helps the early stage founders and businesses to scale and grow and also get funding. So stay tuned for the next session also. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Thanks, Sagar. See you, buddy.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.